Well, hello, heroes. Welcome to the Storied Coaching Podcast this week. This week, I was just feeling so grateful this morning. I'm recording on a Monday right now, and my amazing wife, Jenny, needed to get out of the house early today, so made her coffee. I have a fun espresso machine that I take great pride in making craft coffee drinks in. So got her tumbler, got her out the door, and I was getting the kids ready for school today. And I just had one of those moments. Anyone who's a parent knows that the day-to-day routine and struggle and grind that can feel like being parenting sometimes we fall into a little bit of a trap of forgetting kind of how amazing it is what we're doing right now. We're raising these small human beings. And 10 years ago, even 15 years ago, my past self, my past hero, would have been so amazed at the good job that I'm doing right now, that I know how to do all these things, that I know how to get two kids up and dressed and ready and make sure that all the things are done and get them breakfasted and talk with each of them and make sure they're in a good mindset for walking out the door. The things that I've had to learn over the last 14 plus years in order to become the version of myself right now, it really was making me feel an enormous amount of gratitude this morning that I've had to go through all those bumps and ordeals and the dragons I've had to slay for my own self in order to become the version of myself that I am right now. And it kind of made me think, how amazing is it going to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What will have I learned then? And so many of those things that I'm feeling grateful for are the fact that I would have thought that all of this was so hard and overwhelming. Even like I said, that past version of myself. And the fact that I've gone through my own personal changes internally and my own hero's journey has resulted in external changes where I feel like the best version of myself that I've been to date, whether physically, mentally, as a partner. And I was just feeling really, really grateful for all of the hard things that have happened in order to get me to that point. And so I would offer that to you as well. If you are feeling a little frustrated this week, if you're feeling like some things are a bit overwhelming, you've been going through some burnout, which I have definitely gone through phases like that as well, even recently. If you've been going through stuff at work, just know and maybe take a moment to realize how far you've already come on your hero's journey, the things you've had to overcome in order to get to the point where you are right now. Would your 9-year-old self, your 15-year-old self, your 20-year-old self be kind of amazed at the things that have come up in your life and that you have overcome and where you are now? And if you're not exactly where you are now, that's okay. There are other versions of yourself, other hero journeys for you to go on to get to where you ultimately want to go. But sometimes on that long road that is our life, that journey and those multiple heroes journeys we go on in order to evolve, it's good to take a moment and pause and maybe kind of look back down the road to the things that you've overcome and be proud of yourself that you've gotten to the point where you are right now, because it is worth enjoying and being grateful for. And that cultivation of gratitude will actually give you more energy to keep going on the ordeal or the hero's journey that you're on now for whatever phase you're on. So I would offer that to you. This ties into what I wanted to talk a little bit about today as well, because I have been trying something out that's been making me smile. And it has been also very effective for me. So you've heard me talk in the past about calendaring and how I like to prepare my week and kind of get ready on a Sunday and outline the things I want to get done. Goes on the calendar and I just follow my calendar throughout the week. It keeps it very simple and drama-free for me. One of the things that I've started doing on my calendar is imagining my calendar like I'm looking at part of my hero's journey. And I'm just looking at that 5 or 7 day increment, however you like to look at your calendar each week, as my hero's journey for that week, that period, that chapter in my story. And one of the things I've started doing and I'm really enjoying, and so I want to offer it to you as well because it makes me feel playful and it makes me want to do things, is labeling them as if they are chapters in my hero's journey. Here's what I mean by that. So look at the parts of your day, sort of like scenes in a movie of your favorite hero's journey, whether that's Star Wars or Avatar or any sort of movie that you've seen where a hero goes on a journey and has to overcome things in order to get to where they want to go. Now I want you to think about the different parts of your ideal day that you want to be on your calendar, and then label them as if you are that hero. It's super, super fun. And here's how you can start to do that. For instance, hero wakes up and makes coffee. That's very, very simple. The hero wakes up and makes coffee. Like, it literally says this on my calendar. Moves on to, what does the hero do after that? Hero meditates for 20 minutes. Okay. And as I see these things on my calendar, it kind of makes me remember as I'm going through my day that I am the hero of my own story. And it might seem a little bit silly at first. You might even think like, oh no, what's going to happen? Why don't I just go ahead and make this into something else? Why don't I make this into something that if someone saw my calendar, I wouldn't be embarrassed? Okay, I get it. I totally get it. However, it's fun to do it this way. And I think that as adults, as we get older, we can take ourselves a little bit too seriously. And having some playfulness on your calendar can be something that really is fun for you and can motivate you to move forward. It's kind of like you're winking to yourself in the mirror. It's just a private joke. It's a private thing between you and your brain and the version of yourself that you want to become. So there's other things that you can do to label this. You could label, for instance, let's say that you have hero cooks breakfast for family and gets kids off to school, like I was talking about before. Kind of makes you, instead of going like, breakfast, get the kids out the door to school, seems more like a task, right? The mental mindset of that to you might be, it's this chore I have to do. It's this thing I have to do. But if you're the hero is doing this. I don't know. It's something about that in my brain makes me feel like now I'm on an adventure. And this is a thing that I'm doing because I'm the hero. And the hero is going to complete this to help his family get ready for their day and be successful, because that's the kind of hero that I want to be. It's the kind of man that I want to be in my family. And for you, that might be something that you want to look at as well. What kind of things, how do you want to show up for your family? What kind of things do you want to do? What kind of hero do you want to be? Hero goes to the gym. Hero gets work done. You could even have certain things on your calendar as far as like work blocks. I've talked about work blocks before and how effective those can be. Putting all of your tasks into one concentrated bucket of time, 2 to 3 hours, where you plow through a bunch of stuff. It's called batching. So hero gets work done. That could be what you label your work blocks. Hero leads or empowers team. I love this one. All you fellow leaders out there, business owners, entrepreneurs, people that work in corporate environments as well, hero leads and empowers team. What if you started labeling some of the things that you do as a leader as you being the hero leader that you want to be? It's just a different way of making sure that your brain is not thinking like, okay, I need to do these one-on-ones. I need to do these meetings with my team. It's time for the weekly stand-up with this part of my team. Just notice how your brain treats that differently when it's the hero leads and empowers his or her team to do what? What is the outcome? I swear, programming your brain to look and see these things on your calendar, on your phone throughout your week will help you get into the mindset of the person you are trying to evolve into, that you're trying to become, that you're trying to model for yourself and the others around you. It is a subtle but powerful technique that you can use, and it's easy. You can literally go into your calendar right now and start relabeling things that make you smile, that make you feel like you're winking at yourself in the mirror, and that it's a secret between you and the person that you're trying to become. This can really help you have momentum throughout your week and start to look at your calendar as not something that's a bunch of chores laid out there, but something that you're striving for, that you're trying to pull yourself into a new version of the person you want to be. It just feels so much more in alignment for me personally when I view my day as something to be achieved in a positive way rather than some chores that have to be done and that I'm being drug along by. So much of our lives and what our outcomes, our results that we get are the result of the way that we're thinking. And little subtle things like this can color your entire day. Hero leads or empowers team. Hero tests his boundaries. hero rests and relaxes with his family. Doesn't feel guilty about it. The hero has done the things that they were supposed to do during the day. Now it's time for the hero to rest and relax with their family. Put that one right at, 5 p.m. or whenever you end your day. You've earned that, hero. It's time to do that. It's time to rest and relax with your family with a sense of purpose. That's what everything on your calendar before that was for. It was to get to the point where you can feel that satisfaction and that gratitude for a job well done each day and spend time with your family or with yourself or rubbing your dog's belly. Whatever makes you happy. So I'd like you to go ahead this week and just open up your calendar. A lot of us use digital calendars. Some of us love paper calendars. I know my wife loves the paper calendar as well. What character traits do those parts of your day need to be for you to be super? For you to be moving towards tying that cape around your neck and becoming that version of yourself that you want to be. You might have different goals. Yours might not be to get up and make coffee and meditate. It might be something completely different. And that's great. But what are those things? What are those things and who is that hero that you're trying to become? So how does the hero in your story show up? How do you want to show up? Word your different things on your calendar that you have control of that way. How do they interact with others? How does that hero, that future version of yourself, interact with other people? Like I said, especially for leaders out there, the hero leads and empowers their team. That's the name of that meeting. For yourself. Like, this is the block of time when I lead and I empower my team to be able to do well, and I ask them what they need in order to get supported in the way that they need it in order to be able to get the best results for themselves and for our company. Name those blocks on your calendar from the perspective of you're reading the story of your life and your hero, you, are moving through the different parts of your day to be the best version of yourself possible for you, for the people you come in contact with, to increase the kindness and the environment around you, for your family, for your colleagues, for those you lead. It should make you feel empowered and smile. If it makes you feel empowered and smile when you're labeling your calendar and the different things that you might be doing during that day, then you're on the right track. Try this out. I know it's going to help you to have that much better of a week, to help your mindset, to help you focus your energy where you want it to be, and to intentionally start moving towards the version of yourself you want to be and writing the story of your life that you want to live in. All right, my friends, that's it for this week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.